Hi George, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Amy.
So tell me about the carbon auctions. What are they and what do they do?
They're a tool used by the government to help meet the country's goal of being carbon neutral by 2050. What the government does is they charge a carbon tax to carbon emitters, which they must buy each year based on how much they emit. And the carbon auction is how the government is selling these units to carbon emitters.
Cool. So we had the latest auction earlier this week. What was significant about that auction?
Well, last auction was very significant because we had no cost containment reserve for the first time this year.
Yeah. So tell me what the cost containment reserve is.
The cost containment reserve is a tool in the auction to stop the price getting too high above the secondary market price by releasing more reserve units if the price gets to a certain level. And we used the entire cost containment reserve last auction in the September auction.
So how did that play out for the December auction? What did we see happen to prices this time?
So this time there was no price ceiling, and so there was nothing to hold the price of the auction clearing too high. At the start of the day, we saw the secondary market price for carbon units at $65, and the auction cleared at $68, which meant after the auction results were released, the secondary market price climbed up to $68.50, and it's slightly eased since then.
Cool. So what do you expect to happen next year? What do we expect to see with prices? The cost containment reserve comes back into play.
Correct. Each year the cost containment reserve is set for each year, so we'll be back in the March auction. The cost containment reserve for next year is $70, which is less than $2 above the current secondary market prices. So I can see that cost containment reserve being used up pretty early on in the year.
Nothing left by the time we get to the second auction.
We'll see, but yeah, there's a good chance that we might see that all go in the March auction.
Cool. Great. Thanks for that, George.
Thanks.
And look forward to March.
Me too.